students, this is your class 2 science class. So open your science book and we already start our new chapter. So open it, your useful animals at page number 23. This is your 5th chapter. So in this chapter, previous day, we learned about those animals from whose we get meat, milk, egg, right? So we get many things from those animals. That's why we call them useful animals. First of all, we learned about some animals and now we divided into two parts, wild and useful. And those useful animals are mainly the farm animals or domestic animals. So as we already know, the wild animals lives in the forest, right? But here these useful animals lives in the farm or our neighborhood, right? So that's why they are called the farm animals and we call them domestic animals also. So those we already get to know those example of those farm animals, right? They are duck, hen, cow, goat, buffalo, sheep, etc. So they all are the useful animals because we get many things from those animals. So we already discussed about that which things we get from those animals. That milk we get from cow, goat, buffalo. Meat we get from hen, goat, etc. There are many variations. Egg we get from hen and duck. And hen and duck, they are birds, domestic birds. And they live in the farm. So we call them farm animals also, right? Now we already discussed about that and the which things we get from the milk. We already know, right? We get butter, ghee, curd. So those things we made from the milk. So open the page number 23. Here we already learned that we get milk from animals like cows, goats and buffaloes. We already know this. Now milk is good for healthy eggs. You know because you drink twice a day. Milk is a complete food as it has all the nutrients required by our body. So our body needs some nutrients which is very important for our health, which is required, and those all nutrition which is required for our body, those all nutritions are in milk. That's why I told you very much time that obviously drink 2 glass milk in a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. Okay, so you have to drink this because your body also need all nutritions and those all nutritions are in the milk. We use milk to make many things. As I told you, we made butter, cheese, curd, khoya, ghee. So those all things we made from milk. And ghee also, right? Those all things we eat. That's just the variations of milk, right? Variations. If you don't like milk, if you eat those curd. If curd is very important, very healthy also, healthy food. Curd, ghee is also good. Butter is, if you eat a lot of butter, that is not good, but butter is also good. And cheese, khoya, we ate the sandesh, we made by those kheer, khoya. So those all things are made from milk, and if you drink milk, that is very important. That is very good habit also. So some animals like hens and ducks give us eggs. Some of us eat eggs, right? That maximum of all us that we love eggs. We eat eggs also. but we get eggs from those birds, that is hen and duck. That is already we know, we already learned this, and that is in the page number 23. And some animals like hens, goats, crabs, prawns and fish give us flesh or meat. Yes, already we know here, I mentioned here that we get meat from the hen, goat, etc. As I told you, etc. Here is their options also. That is crab, prawns and fish. Yes, we love to eat fish, right? Because fish is an animal and we eat the fish and we get the flesh also. We eat the flesh of fish also. So that is the one of our food which have nutrition. So they are the crab and prawn, and we eat their flesh, and we eat fish that is different from them. They give us flesh or meat. We cook their flesh to eat. Yes, we cook everything before eating, right? We cook meat before eat. We cook fish, we cook egg, we boil egg, we fry egg, we boil those fish, we fry fish. First of all, we cook them. We cook those food which we get from the animals, and those milk also first we have to boil it and then we drink it. That is very good. So every food which we get from those animals, those we first cook and then we eat it. Okay. So here from this chapter, from this page 23, we learned many things. That which things we learned? First off, we learned that useful animals. First of all, you have to know what is useful animals and why we call them useful animals. So those animals, from those animals, we get many things. That's why we call them useful animals. And their examples also we already know. The goat, cow, hen, duck, sheep, buffalo, etc. So those are the example of useful animals. And we get meat from the goat, goat, hen. As we mentioned fish, so we get also flesh from them, crab, prawn and fish. Already we eat them. And egg we get from hen and duck, and those are the birds, but we call them farm animals. And here you have to know what is farm animals. Those are living in the farm. That's and domestic also. So they are the farm animals, and their examples we already know. And which things we made from milk? Yes, we get milk from cow, buffalo, goat, and we made many things. Obviously, you have to first boil the milk, and then we can make it. We made butter, ghee, khoya, curd. Those all things are very tasty, and we made from the milk. So those all things you have to memorize, okay? And you have to remember this. So that's all, everyone. You have to read this chapter very attentively, and today